how to fix problem with the iPhone 6 Plus overheating issue near the front camera and the speakerphone. So when the screen is turned on, now this is especially happening after you replace the screen with a aftermarket screen. So when the screen is broken and you go to a mobile repair shop, a lot of the times they use an aftermarket screen, and the screen is not itself an issue, but sometimes the screen can cause an issues, and another time is the camera flex cable. So in order for us to find out what the exact issues is, we need to turn off the phone and take out the screen and investigate. But normally after you replace the screen, you can feel that the heat get really hot just around this spot up here, around here. Not the whole phone, not the back, not the bottom, but just right at the top near the front camera and near the speaker. And this usually get heats up after a few minutes of using, and you can feel it by touching it. Now, to determine if this is the actual screen that's causing the overheating or the front camera flex cable, what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the screen, and I'm going to open it up. So I take out the screws. You're going to need to use a pentalobe screwdrivers to take this one out. So a standard Phillips screwdrivers will not work. Okay, after taking out the two pentalobe screws, we're going to take off the screen. So looking at this phone, they have recently replaced a battery. Look like this is a good battery. It has a pull-out tab right here. The water damage indicators, you can check it. Looks like there's no water damage indicator. The indicator is white, so that's a good sign. So there's also a water indicator here as well. So there's no water damage here, so it's not the water causing the screen up here to go overheating. So I'm just going to try to turn it on again, and then try to leave it on for a few minutes. So this is the way we're going to investigate and find out what's going on, what's causing the overheating near the front cameras and the earphone. In a lot of the cases, the issue is because the front camera flex cable is damaged, and you need to replace it with a new one. So I'm going to show you the cables, what it looks like. So here I have a replacement cables. This is what it looks like with the front camera flex cables right here. So I'm just going to leave the phone on for a minute or two so that I can detect the heat. Yep, it's getting hot now, just around this part here. So I'm just going to switch off the screen like so, and I'm going to remove the 5 screws here. If you're going to remove the screws, make sure you put them back in the right place, because the screws has a different length size. If you put them back in the wrong place, that can cause the board to go faulty. You can damage the board, and again that will cause battery issues later on, or you may find the screen will freeze. So make sure that you put the right screw back in the right place. You can use a double-sided tape or an adhesive tape and put the screw in the right place so that you remember later to put back on. Now this cable here, this specific one is for the home button here. So we're just going to take the one out, and we're going to take out the camera cable. This one here is the camera cable. So we're going to take that one out as well. So that 2 cables. So I'm just going to leave just the 2 cables, the screen, and I'm going to turn on the screen. And this time I want to see if it's going to cause any more overheating issues. I'm going to swipe down. So I'm swiping down. I'm going to go into settings. What I'll do, I'm just going to put on screen home button. So I'll go into general accessibility and go down, tap on assistive touch, and I'll turn it on. I'll turn on assistive touch, and I have an on-screen home button. So what we were trying to do is we're trying to eliminate all the flex cable. So I'm trying to determine what's causing the screen to get hot around this area right here. So it doesn't get hot straight away. So we normally have to wait for a minute or two to see what's wrong. So I'm just going to I have disconnected the camera already and the earpiece. So we're just going to have to wait now and see if the heat problems going to go away after we have disconnect. If there's no more heat problems around this area, that means the front camera's flex cable is the problem. In that case, you need to replace different cables. If you're using aftermarket cables, it can cause damage. If you still have an original camera flex cable, use the original one. So because after you replace the screen, sometimes the screen that you buy comes with the camera already. So don't use the aftermarket one. Try to use the original part if you can. So I can feel there is a little bit of heat, but not as much as before. So I'm just going to wait a little bit more. There is a very tiny amount of heat right there. Now again, it could be the screen that's causing the problem. But in a lot of the times, the issue is to do with the flex cable. In most cases, if you're replacing the front camera flex cable, that can fix the issues. So right now, I can feel the screen is a lot cooler than before. I'm just trying to put it against my face because the skin on your face is very sensitive, so you can feel the heat on the phone. So it's not very hot at the moment anymore after I have disconnected the front camera flex cable. Again, if the screen is the issues, you're going to need to replace the screen. Unfortunately, if you're getting overheating issues around this area, it is not a software issue. You can't just simply update the software and the issues will go away. You're going to need to either replace the screen if the screen is the issues, or if the front camera flex cable is the issues. So I'm having this one on for a minute or two now. It's still a little bit warm, but it's not really hot. Previously, where I have the front camera connected, it is really hot even after 30 seconds. So I say that if you replace the front camera, you could essentially fix the problem. Well, I hope this video is informative. I hope I have help you out to decide what you want to do with your phone if you are facing the same problem. And you can either decide to replace the front camera. I will have another videos that will show you how to replace the front camera. That will be a different videos, and you can follow that videos to see how you can replace the front camera. And that's it. I hope that have answered all your questions, and if not, you can leave a comment and hopefully I can help you out. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.